Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of The Walking Dead, episode 3 of season 2. So, in all the chaos of Carl being shot, Shane has given a fairly good piece of advice to Rick that you should really stay put, stay with your son, because if you try to do anything here and something happens, you will forever blame yourself that you weren't here. So Laurie's turned up there both trying to cope with that, and then the guy who actually accidentally shot Carl has agreed to go and help try and find medical supplies for this doctor stroke vet. Better than nothing, I suppose. So him and Shane have headed off to go and do that, which I knew was going to be problematic at best. And that's precisely what it's ended up being, because they've just grabbed all of this stuff and they've got pinned down. I'm not precisely sure why they've been pinned down, but does it really matter? They're stuck. Let's go find out what happens. This is episode 3. Oh, that is not a good look for you. You look like an escaped convict. It suits some people, doesn't suit all.
Shane's gonna make it back with what the doctor needs. He'll make it back. First, she said you need to eat.
Well, not right now, we won't.
Carl's gonna be all right.
I'm gonna need my clip now. I'm gonna walk the road. Look for the girl.
He's going to looking for you. That's damn risky as well at night.
We just need enough time. We gotta get up there. We gotta get him.
I said it was a school. I saw principal's office.
Maybe you.
Hey.
Come on, man, look at me. That gives you the chance to get up the bleachers and out a window.
Where do you go?
Yeah.
Locker room, down those steps.
I'll lay down a cover for you. I'll get you a lead.
I think this poor guy's, I think his number may be up. Damn. He's young, he can cope with that. He was right that there's no way he was squeezing through it. Oh, fuck. Oh, that'll do it. I felt that.
Nice to see you again.
She was the one on the horse.
Met before, briefly.
Look, we came to help. Is there anything we can do?
You're about to keel over.
It's not a bite. I cut myself pretty bad, though.
They don't get back soon, we're going to have a decision to make.
Yeah.
And that is?
Whether to operate on your boy without the respirator.
You got that look on your face, same as everybody else. What the hell's wrong with you people? You just started looking.
Do you?
It ain't the mountains of Tibet, it's Georgia. People get lost, they survive. Happens all the time.
She's only 12.
Hell, I was younger than her and I got lost. 9 days in the woods eating berries, wiping my ass with poison oak. Sophia's got people looking for her. I call that an advantage.
Yeah, but you see, there's, I don't know. I mean, even at that young age, that little story that has told us, you know, he's from that kind of family, that area, that kind of background. He's learned to cope and survive on himself, because it sounds like his brother Merle wasn't around much. I'm assuming Merle's probably the older one, so he was probably just left to it. His dad was always on benders or whatever, or off with waitresses. And he's learned to cope. The girl, Carol's kid, Sophia, I hate that. I prefer to call her Sophie. She's not from that kind of background. She's 12 years old. She is a child. You probably didn't resemble being a child at 12, but she's from a society, she's from a city, she's from... I mean, the only chance I would say that she's probably got as being a survivor would be the kind of dark place it was starting to go and show us with her father. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, we have a child. Carl is here in this world now.
Maybe he shouldn't be. Maybe this is how it's supposed to be.
That's what I was worried about.
Why do we want Carl to live in this world? To have this life?
You certainly wouldn't bring a kid into this world now, would you?
In front of him.
You'd be crazy.
So that he can be hungry and scared for however long he has before he ends up just another animal who doesn't know anything except survive.
Jenner offered us a way out. You asked him to let us keep trying. You begged him for as long as we can. You said, what changed?
The highway, the herd, Sophia, Carl getting shot. It's like we live with a knife in our throats every second of every day, but Jackie doesn't. Not anymore.
I can't accept that. That man surrendered. It doesn't matter. You really think it'd be better if Carl...
This is a tough subject. A man can't hear that. There is a distinct difference there. As I was explaining, as a mother will protect her child, no matter what, including whoever it is who's the father, right? So I understand Laurie's... understand where she's coming from. That is it better for him to not be in this world anymore? You wouldn't, if you were stood there and he was perfectly healthy, no, you wouldn't give it a second thought. But because life and circumstances taken that out of your control, is that better off? But from Rick's point of view, from a male point of view, and I'm not being male chauvinist about this in any way, shape or form, but for most men, and in particular someone of Rick's personality, he can't just do nothing. He has to protect alpha male time. I have to protect the herd. I have to protect the family at all costs, no matter what happens. So he's hearing that from Laurie, but he's hearing it up here differently, thinking that she's giving up. He's saying that the guy back at the CDC, he gave up. Yes, he gave up because it was at that time for him. And he'd already watched his wife go. He was at that point, he's an adult, he gets to make that choice. He was just wrong trying to make that choice for all of you. But this is what I was on about with them possibly taking the storyline where they're taking the children out of it. Because is this kind of seen as like now nature's new natural selection, that a few may survive, but it's not a child's world anymore? Oh, okay. That must have been where the adverts were when it was on TV. Oh, there he is.
Man, I thought I lost you. That was my last rifle round.
Carl?
Okay, now would it be too late? Or is he just out again? No, he's out.
Seizure. You hold him down, you could hurt him.
You can't stop it.
He has to just go through it.
Come on, man. We need a way out.
You're both compromised now. You've got one limping and one who can't run very fast.
What the hell?
Oh, no way. This poor bastard tried to hang himself and he's been eaten.
Got it. The other geeks came and ate all the flesh off his legs.
I gathered. Busy being sick. That's gross. Yeah. You can't leave him like that.
No, he ain't hurt nobody.
Oh, come
Wasn't there
on.
either. He made his choice. Opted out.
An answer for an arrow. Fair? I don't know if I want to live. Or if I have to, or if it's just a habit.
Waste of an arrow.
Yeah, because he can't recover it.
Mind keeping watch?
I don't know how to use that.
You have to learn.
If you see anything, call out.
Is that your friend with the antibiotics?
No, ma'am. Merle's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Daryl gave us those. His brother.
Not sure I call him a friend.
You know what Merle was taking it for?
Clap. Venereal disease.
Yeah.
And it means you're right your first time.
God probably got the gist.
Praying for what?
My friends. Looks like they could all use a little help right now.
I know it's not my business. And feel free to believe in God. But the thing is, you gotta make it okay somehow. No matter what happens.
I ain't leaving you behind.
You've not got enough ammo. No, you don't. You don't. There's an entire school of them. It doesn't look good, does it?
Now, I need to know right now if you want me to do this, because I think your boy is out of time. You have to make a choice.
A choice?
Choice. You have to tell me what it is. You have to tell me what it is.
We do it.
Okay, then.
Okay, get the corner of that bed. Let's get the sheets down, everybody.
Because
get
they're not coming back yet. Get out of town.
Carl, still a chance.
Where's the guy? Where's the other guy?
Oh,
no. They've jumped forward. Jumped forward on his head, that's why.
we say nothing to Patricia.
They kept locking us. Every turn. We had nothing left. We was down to 10 rounds, and he said he'd cover me, and that I should keep going. So that's what I did. I looked back, and he just.
There we go. And
He seems to have stabilized.
that's good, at least.
I don't have words.
I don't either. Wish I did.
You go to Carl. I'll go with Herschel.
Still not got any colour.
The bathroom's upstairs. I brought you some clothes.
Thank you.
I'm feeling something sinister coming here, I don't know why. Nice transition.
Down to my last.
Me too.
Something happens here because you're not gonna like it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. He sacrificed him. There. Never know why she was there. Oh, Shane, you are a bastard. You know where you are. You know what you've done. No one else is ever going to know. Okay, episode 3. Right. As I was saying in the commentary, I have had a few people post, obviously, as I'm recording this. I've already released a couple of episodes on YouTube that are obviously further behind. And people saying season 1's fabulous, fantastic, but stick with it because season 2 kind of stalls and slows down a little bit. Don't get frustrated, don't get bored, it picks back up again. But to be honest, when I start a series that's as big as this, and I've heard so many things about it and how many people have watched it, when it gets to points where you might be like, this is slowing down a little bit, there's not a lot happening yet. I'm not that kind of person that will quit. I will quit a show when in the first episode or 2 I'm like, oh my god, this is garbage. That's when I quit. So I have no intentions of doing, because this show's brilliant. So putting that to one side, well, one, that was a really depressing slow burn episode in the 90% of it. But that's because we are coming to terms, everyone's coming to the terms still with what's going on, what world they're living in, who feels as though they've given up or want to carry on. I was shocked at the scene of Laurie explaining why she thinks maybe this is just the way it should be, maybe it's nature, maybe it's God, maybe it's fate, maybe it's coincidence, whatever, that maybe this isn't meant to be a world that children live in. Now, it's not a world for children, and you would be insane to allow yourself at some point to get pregnant now. because you can't even abort it, even if that was a choice that you wanted to do. So, but that was from a mother's protection point of view, because he was on his deathbed, not that he was healthy. But Rick was hearing none of it. In the end, she's gone with him saying, you've got to tell me, I can't, you've got to do this. So they proceeded, and it looks initially as though he might be okay, at least he's out of the woods. However, in the end, them going for the medical supplies took so long. The procedure was performed without it. I mean, the supplies will come in handy, of course. He may still need those supplies to nurse Carl back to full health, and he may not need to go in and do more surgery, and we don't know. So, but unfortunately, the darkest part of this episode was Shane. He gave a stellar performance. I mean, the actor himself, regardless of what happened, the actor himself, that scene, and his facial expressions and emotions was terrific. But as regards the person, Shane, in the show, now hides a very dark secret. We now have a dilemma. I was saying this at the start of the episode. This guy seems to be slowly becoming more unhinged the further down the line we go. And I don't necessarily think that was him making a decision that he knew what he was there for and what he had to get back for, and you do it at all costs, even if you have to sacrifice someone. But that wasn't, I'm sorry, I've got to go without you and leave you behind, or the guy saying, no, you leave me, you go. That was you making your own personal choice and decision at the moment there, that it's you, or it's me, or it's both of us. So I'm choosing me. And he put that guy down, shot him, beat him, allowed him to get to him, and then makes up the story that he did his best. And the problem is, no one other than us and him will ever know, because he's not the kind of type of guy to reveal this sort of thing in some drunken stupor or something further down the line when he's feeling vulnerable. That's not going to happen, is it? So meanwhile, we have got Andrea still wondering whether she wants to be in this world. Dale making his apologies, which he needed to do, and has to accept the fact that this is out of your control. If she decides to do something, it's her choice. You handing her the gun or not isn't going to change anything. And we've still got Daryl out in the middle of the night trying to look for Sophie. I'm calling her Sophie. Now then, I was 50-50 at the start of this episode if Carl was going to make it. I would probably 70-30 now. But for her, for the little girl, for Sophie, I'm probably 7-30 against now. As each hour goes by, and obviously we're probably going to we've gone from daytime into night, and presumably we're still on the same day. It's going to come back round to sunrise. It's going to be like 24 hours since she's gone missing in this world. And she is not a Daryl type, even when he was 12 and he got lost in the woods for 9 days, according to him. I think we're going to lose one of them. That's what I'm basically saying. I could be wrong. I don't know. She might turn up totally safe or found a farm where somebody's protecting it. I don't know. We'll find out in episode 4, which will be very soon because we do 2 episodes a week on Patreon. We are going to do eventually 2 on YouTube as soon as another slot frees up on my schedule, but for the time being it's 1 on YouTube, 2 on here. So if you do want to watch the full length episode, and that's where you're currently watching it, you can just check the link in the description, head over to Patreon and watch the full length episode over there. Right guys, I will see you for episode 4 next. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. By all means, post your comments down below. Please keep the spoilers to a minimum, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe. I will see you for episode 4. Take care.